G'day everyone, thanks for clicking into this and welcome to my new YouTube channel. I do have another channel that was dedicated to PlayStation videos, however this one will be focused purely on Raid Shadow Legends. I did have a main goal set basically to begin recording videos once I hit level 50, which as you can see here I am now at. I am having some substantial technical difficulties trying to get everything going, so please bear with me through that. It's a lot easier on the PlayStation. I can just record and upload. It's very simple. Unfortunately, part of that is that I don't have my webcam going, so at the moment you're not going to be able to see my ugly mug. Hopefully soon we can get that all sorted and everything should be hunky-dory. So a bit about me, I guess. My account name here is Addict, purely for the fact that I'm a gaming addict. I've been gaming since I was a kid and I am still doing it now in my mid-30s. Feel free to call me Drew if you want. Either is fine. You can call me whatever you want. I don't really care. I have two absolutely beautiful daughters. One is 3, one is 1. I work full-time in a managerial sort of position in a construction industry. I'm a qualified international welding specialist and I'm also a welding supervisor. And while I'm doing that, I'm also studying part-time at uni, majoring in civil engineering. So hopefully one day I can build a bridge and get over some stuff. So this account obviously is 37 days old. This is my only account that this is the first account that I've had. I do have a couple of other ones that are like more free to play that are just farming these days here for these login rewards. They're not really doing anything. They're level 20 I think they are, but yeah, they're nothing special. I want to do this initial video prior to this crazy shard event that's dropping today. With the 2 times ancients and the 10 times for Kaimar, which I think you're going to need around 1500 odd shards for if you wanted to pull that Kaimar, guaranteed. So just keep that in mind if you're going for that, because it's going to be pretty tough. I sort of just wanted to, I guess, give a showcase of my account and a basic rundown of who I am, I suppose. So as I said, my account's 37 days old there, which is pretty new. My knowledge on this game, as you can imagine from that, is very limited, but you got to start somewhere, don't you? I'm hoping that you guys will be able to help me grow. I'm excited for you guys to come on this journey with me, and I would hopefully I'm hoping that one day I can provide some useful info and tips in return. So without further ado, I suppose without further ado, I should say, not due. Let's have a look at what I've got. Don't crucify me too hard on this. I did watch some old videos where they say accuracy is king, so that's where you should focus your points. And then I've watched a recent video from, I think, from Murdering, saying maybe crit damage is where you want to be. Obviously where you want to focus is on your affinity, so my main affinity is magic. I don't have too many void champions, so I haven't really worried about that yet. Force, I did want to get a couple more in here, but yeah, my medals aren't really that great. My win rate is not really that great. I am struggling a little bit with arena because my champions, as you will soon see, are pretty rubbish. So I've spent a little bit of a couple of dollars on this game just to get my gen mine up and going, and also my guardian ring. Got my faction guardians going here, which is actually pretty substantial once you start getting into it. I mean, people with these massive accounts, I can understand, you know, you can just go through and pump them in there, but wow, you guys must have played a long time for that, and it is insane. There's so many shards to pull. What else have we got here? My missions, where am I up to with Arbiter? So I am, yeah, part 3 of 7 on my journey to Arbiter. Which I mean she's pretty cool, right? She's got this ally speed in arena battles by 30%. She's got a weaken on an A1. She's got what do we got here? 75% chance to increase the duration of enemy buffs. It's not too bad. That'd be 100% when booked. Yeah. Increased attack on all allies, which is pretty good. Then fills their turn meters by 30%, which is amazing. Heals all allies by 25%. Okay, that is insane, right? This is why you want Arbiter. Destiny's Call. Yeah, righto. And then grants an extra turn to this champion if allies. So basically what you can do there obviously is revive, get another turn, and heal or increase attack or do whatever you want. She's insane. She'd be great to have in your account. Unfortunately, as you saw, I am a long way away from Scylla Drake, so that's 180 days is when you get her. I am at 37, so that leaves, what do we got there? We got 143 days, I think. Yeah, if my maths is correct, which it very rarely is, but... where am I at on Doom Tower? Doom Tower, I am very... there we go, I'm up to floor 30. Cannot get past the spider. And I've taken a lot of turns here, 1,393 turns to get to spider. Actually really liking the Doom Tower, to be honest with you. If you haven't been in here and you are like me, like, let me just show you my champions here, right? I have 3 legendaries, yeah? So this one was free. Alexander the Mediocre was free. I don't use him in anything. He is... Sorry, I do use him when I need a debuffer because I use his Born to Win A3, which removes all buffs from the target. So he has a single target, all buff remover, basically. Anyone with a shield, anything like that, great. That's all I use him for though. Everything else, he can just sit in the vault. This dude I pulled out of a on a shard event. I was pretty excited to get him because all I had was Alexander, so he was my second legendary that I got. As you guys know, he's not very useful for anything. I did put him in faction wars. I think he's not too bad in faction wars for me. He's level 50 obviously, so I haven't really got too far with that. And I recently did the fragment event, which I didn't think I'd be able to do. I missed the first 2 events, or tournaments I should say, and then I did the next one, and I think I got right up the top because I was put in pretty much every tournament, and a tournament I got put into by the game was just full of lazy people that didn't want to really do it. So I was at the top for most of them and managed to get the bonus fragments, which was really good. My main team consists obviously of Vogoth. I didn't think much of him when I got him, but I have used him extensively in every single one of my teams. He is amazing, absolutely amazing. I suppose I could say why he's amazing. He has this here, which 30% chance, obviously 40 when booked, but I don't have him booked up, to increase the duration of one random debuff on the target by 1 turn. So I use that. That is pretty good. I use him with Vogoth. So Vogoth, I use him with Jorg, I should say. I apologise. For his HP to burn, which is insane on Clan Boss, obviously. This one here is also good because he's got a provoke on his A2, 60% chance, which obviously goes up to 75% once he's booked. Also has a chance of placing 50% decreased attack on any targets who receive that provoke. That's pretty good. Also has his Festering Dynamo, so whenever he gets hit, he heals all allies by 50% of the damage received. And then also, this one here is pretty good too. He is a way to get all of your characters out of lifesteal gear, especially with this leech. It's pretty good. So yeah, he's he's one of my go-to guys in all of my teams. So I've built him like this in a shield set, basically because it gives you a 30% hit point shield for all allies for 3 turns. My gear is pretty trash. Let's have a look at these boots. Probably not even speed boots. No, they're not. The defense, and these gloves are not crit rate gloves. So I've fallen into the newbie trap of going, nice legendary 6-star. They must be good. Chuck them on. So I've put them all the way up to 16. They're flat rate or flat stat HP, flat stat attack. Luckily I landed on the percent and the percent, but still, it is what it is. The reason for that, I guess, though, is if you have a look through this gear that I've got, it's all pretty, yeah. I don't really have too much that's, this is my 6-star stuff, right? This is all I got. So I think I got these from doing 2 of the events. I won 2 of the events. This is what I got for it. Oh no, sorry, must have won 3 events. So I've got 3 sets of this. I think some of the characters I've got are wearing some of them. Champions, sorry, characters. Anyway, let's move on. So Elaine obviously is my starter. She is amazing. She's been an amazing character all through my account. She smashes everything. Obviously, at the moment I'm stuck in a few places which she can't smash through, but she's really good. Okay, so Old Hermit Jorg, he is one of the first epics I think I pulled out of a shard, closely followed by Vogoth, and he's been an account changer for me. As you can see here, he's actually a very, very handy guy. So with this HP burn, 40% when booked, so I've booked him up obviously because that HP burn is just absolutely amazing. This here is good, increased attack of all allies and then increases their turn meters by 20%. Beautiful. Revives 2 random allies with 60% hit points, then fills their turn meters by 40% and places a perfect veil buff on them for 2 turns. Really good skills. Very useful guy. A little bit squishy, but yeah, very good. War Maiden I didn't get till late. She's on my arena team. I've just basically got her in a stun set. So with this one here, I've watched a few Hell Hades videos, and he sort of basically said, you know, she'd be great in a stun set. So I tried her in a stun set, and she is great in a stun set. Obviously you want her for this decreased defense, and you need to get her speed higher than your nuker. So my Elaine obviously is my nuker. I got her at 171 speed, and so I put her a little bit higher at I think 178. Yeah, her accuracy could probably be a bit higher, but I've just finished booking this up to 100%, and I had a test run in her on the arena before, and she hit every single one of them with that decreased defense, and then she came in and just obliterated. It's insane team. Obviously I've got War Priest. You get her the first I think the first rare that you get is War Priest. I don't really use her for anything anymore. She has got a couple of good skills like a heal and all that sort of stuff, but yeah, I don't really use Arbiter for anything. He's too squishy. Once he's 60, and I can beef him up with his defense and hit points, so he's not always targeted. That's the issue with him, being low level, and you think you can do these things that all the high levels are doing. You don't have the gear for it, right? So you put him in your team, and he'll just get targeted straight away, and then all of a sudden you don't have this, and you don't have this. So that's kind of pointless. But he's there anyway for when I get the gear to upgrade him. This guy here is insane, right? I pulled him, and I didn't know what I had really. I looked through his skills, I'm like, oh yeah, decreased whatever, who cares about that? I completely skipped over this bit, right? True Fear, I'm like, oh, I don't even know what that does, who cares? Then I used him in something, and it was something that gave my whole team a whole bunch of debuffs, and he spent like a good chunk of time just counterattacking all the debuffs that landed. So what you want to do with this guy is put him in a toxic set for this here, right? So every time he counterattacks those debuffs, he has a chance to place a debuff himself of poison, which is insane. He's crazy. And then yeah, obviously I've got Apothecary. He's been really great for my account. Pulled him only recently actually, and he's been very, very good for my account. Like I said before, I've done this one here, which is he's been pretty good for my account too. He's done very little for it. Venomage, awesome champion. Really like him. This flesh melter thing is really good. The heal reduction, the poison. Neurotoxin is also good with the decreased defense and decreased attack. Both of them are big ones. You got 60% and 50%. 100% when booked, which I don't have them booked up, unfortunately. I don't have the epic tomes to do that, to book everyone up. It's just the cost of that is insane. And then you got this one here. Obviously decreases target's max HP by 75% of the damage inflicted if they are under a heal reduction debuff, which is what he does on his A3. 100% healed. This one I really love. This is what I use him for, is the heal reduction and the poison. And then obviously this one here is insane as well. If you pull him, I highly recommend trying to use him because he does some good stuff. Catacomb Counselor I use, I think, in my tag arena team. This one here is a good skill. It smashes people. Like if you team him up with the right people, which I don't have, he smashes people. He's great. He's a great addition to anyone's team. This guy I pulled and I'm like, yeah, whatever. He relies too heavily on somebody putting HP burns. Like everything he does relies on a HP burn debuff, right? The only the only person that I have that does HP to burns is a single target, 40% chance, right? So probably not good to team him up with him. I need someone that does an AoE HP burn that has at least 75% chance. Looking through these guys, yeah, no, I don't have anyone that does that, unfortunately. Once I do, this guy's going to absolutely smash. Pulled a Kale, pulled the starter champions, obviously. I think in the last event that was on, I just went a bit silly with pulling shards. I obviously got a Light Sworn. That must have been in the Void event. Gorgarab's cool. Right, he's in my arena team. This is insane. 23% speed. Also revives any dead allies, so if all of your team are dead, they're all alive again. Fills the turn meter. This is great. And increased attack, so you got 15% turn meter, 25% attack. It's only a little one, but once you've ascended him, it goes up to 50. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. Getting him to 50, so I get plus 50 increased attack. So what you want to do, you want him to do that. You want War Maiden to do her Crumbling Blast, and then you want a nuke, right? So you've got the increased attack, you've got the decreased defense, and then you've got a nuke. Insane team. Slowly getting there at the moment, not quite there yet. Recently pulled Fane out of a Sacred. I think I needed 500 points, 400 points to get to my last lot of Opardon fragments. So I thought I'll just pull a Sacred Shard. This is who came out of it, which I was pretty happy about actually, because she does have some good skills, but I don't really use her for anything. She's not leveled up, so so you got 35% chance of stealing target's turn meter. What do you got there? 50% chance when booked, which I obviously don't have it booked. This one here is pretty cool. Ascended is better. I did read on Hell Hades' site, if you're planning on doing something with her though, don't ascend her, so just maybe check that out before, if you've got her, just before you do ascend her, if that's what your plan is. War Chief we've spoken about. Mausoleum Mage, pretty cool. He's got heal all allies, blah blah blah. Don't have him booked, so whatever. Shaman, rubbish, don't use her. I don't use her for anything, I should say. I'm not saying you shouldn't use her, I just don't. Anax is good, I like him. He's got a healing A1, not A1, A3 healing. Heals his champion 50% of the damage inflicted. Also places 100% chance of placing a 25% weaken, so a little baby weaken. Still pretty good. Attacks one enemy 2 times, so 75%, 100% booked. Decrease accuracy, who really cares? 5% poison debuff for 3 turns. For 3 turns, that's not too bad. And that's on a 3-turn cooldown, so you could, theoretically, I guess you could have them 100%, 5% poison, but, I mean, yeah. Decreased defense on his A1. This is good, right? So, the percent chance of this happening is not really that good, but it's on his A1, so every turn he does an A1, you got a chance to do that. Haikatoon, like, she's good, right? I don't really use her for too much just yet. I don't have her ascended. I don't have the right artifacts on her. I don't have any masteries on her, so until that time, I guess I will just have her like that. This dude is weird. He has a leech on his A1, right? And then this hex, and then we got another hex here, and then another hex, right? So this dude relies, his abilities need hexing. So he's got this one here, and then this ability has an extra chance of doing something else when if you've got a hex, and then I don't understand hexes. I mean, I'm guessing they're going to bring this into the game as some kind of new thing, but Hotatsu is a strange one. He's pretty cool, but yeah. And then we got Gory, who looks absolutely awesome. Really like the look of some of these champions. They're insane. And Shadowbones, I mean, most of these I don't use, so I'm just leveling them up. Frostskin. Right, what have I... Oh, so I've leveled Frostskin up for some silly thing that I saw on something, some channel on the internet somewhere. Basically, this dude can do insane damage with this. So you need a couple of other champions to do this stupid thing that does like 500k damage. Just ask Ash. This is probably one of the best champions in the game. Harrier. Every time Ash does a void pull, this is the dude that he gets. So he absolutely loves him. But that's pretty much all I've got, right? I've got a few more armages and some other crap. It's all pretty crap down here though, as most people have got. But yeah, so that's my account. So far, as you can see by the shop here, I obviously, in case you haven't noticed from my my accent, I am from Australia, Brisbane to be specific. And yeah, that concludes my account, I guess. So I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully I'll get to see you guys next time. And yeah, thanks again. I'll have a great one. Cheers. See ya.